Hello everybody and welcome to my NYX Face Awards submission for 2017. Alright, as you guys probably already know, I didn't get my video edited in time, which totally sucks. I'm pretty upset about it, but I had a whole bunch of unforeseen difficulties, I guess. So I still wanted to upload this video because I'm proud of it and I want you guys to see it. I'm starting by applying foundation all over my face. I went for a full coverage look because I don't want any of that redness showing through. Once I've got that all down, I'm going in with a white grease paint and highlighting all the high points of my face. Those being underneath my eyes, on the tip of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin. You're going to start off looking really pale and a little crazy, but we're going to tone that down with a light skin-colored powder. I'm putting this over all of that grease paint, partially to tone the white down and also because I don't want that grease paint going anywhere. Now that we're highlighted and looking like ghosts, it's time to add some warmth back in with some contour. Going in a C shape from underneath my cheeks and onto my forehead. I'm going to apply pretty heavily onto my forehead, you'll see why later. It doesn't matter if this is perfectly blended because we're going to have a lot of paint on our forehead anyway, so just lay the color down as base. I'm also going to take this contour and round my jaw out a little bit so I have a bit more of an oval face like the tattoo girls do. Next I'm going to contour my nose, mostly just because it's really not straight and it bothers me, but I'm pulling that contour a bit into the start of my brow. This will help us out for later. Once you've contoured down the sides of your nose, go ahead and narrow off the bottom of your nose. That'll give you a more lifted look. And blend the contour on the side of your nose so you don't have like a harsh line. I also popped a little bit of contour into my cupid's bow and went back under my cheeks with a gray color. This will tie into the eyes and I also think it just matches the art style better. I'm starting with a neutral brown color, pulling that under my brows. We're going to slowly build this up using browns, taupes, and gray and black. But you're just going to lay that color in and blend it. You want this to be darkest under the start of your brow and on the outer corner of your eye. When I'm doing smoky looks like this, I like to use the same blending brush the whole entire time. I know other people might disagree with that, but I feel like it helps the colors blend together better because you get a mix of those colors as you transition out of them. Continue to deepen up that part of the eye right under the brow. I always add dark colors slowly because it's easier to add more black than it is to take it away. It's really easy to get carried away during a look and you end up with these super black raccoon eyes. We want dark, but we don't want it too dark all over and we really want that nice gradient. Build up on the outer V of your eye. You don't want to wing this out like you would do with like your normal eyeshadow or your eyeliner. This is going to be soft and we want it heaviest in those two areas. We're creating like an upside down V starting in between your eyebrows and going to your ears. That's it for the upper eyelids. Now we're jumping into what really characterizes this art style. I'm adding a blush all the way down to practically my contour and I'm pulling this outward along that upside down V that we were just talking about, starting with a peach blush and then moving into a hot pink shadow. I'm going to gradually pull each color down less than the one before it to create a gradient. After the pink, I'm jumping into a bright red shadow and pulling that even closer to the lower lash line. You want to make sure when you're building this out, you want it to be heaviest on that outer corner, otherwise you'll end up looking like you have like a black eye or irritated eyes. Going in with a magenta on the lash line, and then I'm going to go in even tighter with a bit of black shadow. This is going to stay directly under the lashes. It's really just to make them look a little more full. It's time to jump into eyeliner. We're going to create this kind of upside down C shape. And it's going to give us those kind of heavy, droopy, sleepy eyes that a lot of the girls in this tattoo style have. I'm doing just about everything on the upper liner how I normally would, except in the outer corner I'm going to pull that wing more flat and down than I would like on any other day. Any other day I would wing that up towards my eyebrow, but now I want that pointing down towards my earlobe. Another not so normal thing we're doing with this liner is bringing that liquid liner underneath the lash line. Now this isn't going in the waterline, it is underneath my lower lashes. This is just because there are strong black outlines in tattooing and I wanted to sort of copycat that. Once liner is complete, we're going to jump into brows. I'm going in with looks really dark and kind of chocolatey brown on camera, but in real life it was a taupey gray, and it's one of the same colors I used in my eyeshadow. So I'm going to pull the brows down into that deep socket, so I wanted to use similar colors to help them blend a little better. I'm mostly following just my natural shape, I'm not going to overline them at all. The only difference is that it's getting pulled down onto my nose as well. Make sure to really blend that start of the brow in. You don't want to have a harsh line, it needs to be like a nice gradient for it to read well. I also took a little bit of black shadow and put that just on the tail of my brow because I like the way it looks. I added some falsies, and now we're going to add individual lashes to the bottom. Now our face is looking great, but I just feel like something is missing. Right, lipstick, duh! So I'm going in with a dark berry red lipstick, and I am lining just as I normally would on the bottom, but I'm going to severely overline the upper lip. I always start by drawing the lines where I want them and then going back and filling in. I just feel like this will give me a better idea of what the shape is going to look like and what the overall outcome is going to be. Once I finish the outline, I can easily go in and smear that stuff on. And after I finished outlining, I realized my bottom lip was really not the right shape that I wanted it. I went ahead and concealed the bottom corners so I could reline it, bringing that line in a little on either side. This makes the top lip look a little more full and it looks a little more cartoony like the style. After I've got that looking just how I like it, I went ahead with a super shiny red lip gloss and plopped that right in the middle of both my upper and lower lip. Boom! Looking shiny and doll-like, what up? Now it's time for the most prominent feature probably on these tattoo girls, and that is their hair. I'm starting with a black squiggle across my forehead, and I'm filling that in with black paint. I'm using a water-activated face paint just because I'm really used to using them and I know how they work. It's what I'm most comfortable with. You could use a grease paint, or you could probably even use eyeshadow or eyeliner if you wanted, or if you feel more comfortable. It's whatever you need to get the look done. I'm also pulling this back into my hair to disguise my hairline. I repeated this on the other side and used a liquid liner to add little swirls, because they're cute. Next, using the white grease paint that I used to highlight, I'm going ahead and adding little stripes on all the up motions of the swirl. This is where the light would hit it and where the shine would be, hence the highlight. I start by laying the color down with a brush. I find that this really packs it on so I can get the highest opacity where I want it. And once I've got it exactly how I want it to be, I blend out the edges with my finger. Just like the black, I'm pulling this white into my hair as well. Once I've done that on both sides, I'm setting the white areas with a white shadow and the black areas with a black shadow. Now for what I think is the most characteristic of this art style, I'm adding liner along that curve and then drawing lines following the curve throughout the hair. If your black is black enough, you might not need this in the black spots, but I decided just to do it all over just to be thorough. And just like the paint that is in your hair, you're going to want to draw these lines over. It's kind of hard to get them to show up, but just do your best. Repeat on both sides and your face is almost done. We're adding a little bit of that contour color on all of the ups of the curve. So wherever you put the white, you want to put that contour right under. That's what's going to make it look like it's lifted. It's creating a shadow on your face. Deepen that up with a little bit of a darker brown eyeshadow, and then you are golden. But what is a tattoo girl without some tattoos? I make these tattoos with Sharpie on temporary tattoo paper. Once I find out the placement of where I want them, I'm going to invert them because you want the lines against your skin, otherwise it's not going to transfer very well. I used what was left on that black eyeshadow brush just to mark where I want the stencils to lie, and then these were just like normal tattoos. peel the plastic off, press it to your skin, and hold the cloth on it for 15 to 30 seconds. You'll feel it release from your skin, and that's when you want to pull it off. If you pull it off too soon, just like a normal temporary tattoo, you'll end up peeling the design up with you. Gently remove the paper to reveal your brand new tattoo. Repeat on the other side, and you'll have an awesome symmetrical chest piece. With these, you can go over them with eyeshadow and fill them in, but I found that I preferred just the lines better. I also went over them with a bit of foundation. This will make it look like they are a layer under your skin, and it makes it look a bit more realistic. I think they turned out pretty stellar. Even though I did not get this video up in time, I still hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to smash that like button, and if you liked what you saw, subscribe for more. See you guys later.